Students, in this video, I will discuss n inverse and m by n. So, before discussing this part, m by n, first we will consider n inverse. Okay. So, we have already evaluated what is the membership and what is n. N is a triangular fuzzy number 1, 3, 5. Its membership function is given by this, and graphically this is n from 1, 3 to 5. Okay. Now its alpha cut is denoted by n alpha and defined is here 2 alpha plus 1 and 5 minus 2 alpha. Okay. So first we will find out its inverse part. So here n inverse. So here we are unable to find out m inverse. Why? Because graphically you can see that m is this number, and in this range from minus 1, 3, 0 is available here, and since 0 is in between this range, and hence we are unable to find out m inverse. So that's why, because 0 belongs to this, so m inverse does not exist. We can only find out n inverse. Fine. So n inverse alpha cut is nothing but, look at this, n alpha. So just find out the inverse of this quantity. So this will goes to here in 1 by 2 alpha plus 1, and 5 minus 2 alpha will go here in 1 upon 5 minus 2 alpha. So this is the written here 1 by 5 minus 2 alpha, 1 by 2 alpha plus 1. Okay, this is just came from the definition of n alpha. This will goes to here and this will goes to here. So this is the alpha cut of n inverse. So here find out the support, put alpha equal to 0 in this definition. So we get 1 by 5 and 1. That means 0.2 to 1. This is the support. Similarly find out the core. So put alpha is equal to 1 here. So we get 1 by 3, 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 is the core point. Okay, now to find out the shape, put this value is equals to x. 1 by 5 minus 2 is equals to x. So from here we can find out alpha. So from here when you simplify, so 5 minus 2 alpha will be 1 by x, and just take this 2 alpha in the right hand side and 1 by x in the left hand side. So we get 2 alpha is equal to 5 minus 1 by x. So that means 5x minus 1 by x, and so alpha will be 5x minus 1 divided by 2x. So this is the alpha. Now find out the range of x. So since we know that alpha is in between 0 and 1, okay, because this value is always greater than 0 for every value of alpha. If you put alpha equal to 0, we will 1 by 5. Also you can see that support is a positive range, 0.2 to 1. That means function is a positive number. Hence that's why you can take range of alpha as from 0 to 1. If suppose alpha, this value is having say minus 0.2 to 1, that means some part is in negative side. Hence you will break the alpha from 0, from negative. You can divide the range into two parts. One is the negative range and another one is the positive range. Since here all the members support is from 0.2 to 1, that means the member n inverse is a positive fuzzy number. Hence there is no need to take the break. So that's why you can take alpha from 0 to 1. Okay. So now put alpha. What is alpha? Alpha is 5x minus 1 by 2x. Put it here. So 0 less than 5x minus 1 by 2x is less than equal to 1. And from here just find out the value of x. So what we will do? First we will separate this 5x divided by 2x and minus 1 by 2x. So this is written here. 5 by 2 minus 1 by 2x is less than equal to 1. Now subtract minus 5 by 2. So minus 5 by 2 is less than minus 1 by 2x is less than minus 3 by 2. Now multiply by minus sign. So we get 3 by 2 is less than 1 by 2x is less than equal to 5 by 2. Fine. Now multiply by 2. So 3 is less than equal to 1 by x is less than 5. Here we have equality and here is less than strictly. Okay. Now since we don't know about x may be a positive number, x may be a negative number, we don't know. That's why multiply by x square. x square is always a positive number. So just multiply in this range by x square. So that's why inequality will be same as it is same. So 3x square is less than equal to x is less than 5x square. Now we can divide this range into two parts. One is the left hand part and another one is the right hand part. So 3x square is less than x and x is less than equal to 5x square. From here you can take x common. Just take this x in the left hand side and then take x common. So 3x minus 1 is less than equal to 0. And from here similarly just take this x in the right hand side and then take x common. So 5x square minus x is greater than equal to 0. So from here we have x is into 3x minus 1 is less than equal to 0. And from here x into 5x minus 1 is greater than equal to 0. Fine. Now here since this product is less than equal to 0, so this is only possible when either both are negative. Oh sorry, one is negative, one is positive. So suppose x is negative, 3x minus 1 is positive. Similarly second possibility may be x will be positive and 3x minus 1 will be negative. Similarly in the second half, second part, this is greater than equal to 0. This is only possible either both are positive or both are negative. So if both are positive, so x is greater than 0 and 5x minus 1 is greater than 0. Similarly when both are negative, x is less than 0 and 5x minus 1 is less than 0. Okay, when you from the first this inequality, this can be written as x is less than 0 and x is greater than 1 by 3, or from the second opportunity, here x is greater than 0 and from here x is less than half. That means that's why we are having this range, x is from 0 to 1 by 3. Now for the second part, this here x is greater than 0 and here x is greater than 1 by 5, or from the last part, here x is less than 0, x is less than 1 by 5. Okay, now if you will look at this first part, this part, so we are having basically four parts. One is this, second is this, third is this, and fourth is this. Now from the first part, they are contradicting to each other. X is less than 0, x is greater than 1 by 3. That's why empty set. So this is empty. Or now from here we are having this range, x is in between 0 to 1 by 3. Okay, now from the third part, x is greater than 0, x is greater than 1 by 5. So obviously we can take x is greater than 1 by 5. Both the union of these two statements. Or from the last part, x is less than 0, x is less than 1 by 5. So obviously x is less than 0 will be the common part. Common part intersection will be this. Just like this, the intersection of these two statement is this. X is greater than 1 by 5. Similarly here the intersection of these two will be x is less than 0. Now take the union of this and this. Sorry, the intersection, because this and is there. So intersection of these two will provide you x is, because here x is in between 0 and 1 by 3 and here x is greater than 1 by 5 and x is less than 0. So we will take the intersection of these two. So obviously the intersection will be x varies from 1 by 5 to 1 by 3. That means from here x is greater than 1 by 5 and from here x is less than 1 by 3. So this will satisfy the first part and the second part both. So this is the range. Okay, now similarly this is for this part. Similarly for the second half, 1 upon 2 alpha plus 1. So 1 upon 2 alpha plus 1 is equal to x. From here find out alpha. So alpha will be 1 by 2x minus half. Now find out the range. So for range, alpha varies from 0 to 1. So put alpha is equal to 1 by 2x minus half. So put it here, then subtract minus half. So minus half, so add 1 by half. So 1 by 2 is less than 1 by 2x is less than 3 by 2. Multiply by 2. So 1 is less than 1 by x is less than 3. Again multiply by x square. So x square is less than x is less than 3x square. Now again divide the range into two parts. One is the left hand part. X square minus x is less than 0. And another one is for the right hand part. So x is less than equal to 3x square. For the first part, take x common. X into x minus 1 is less than 0. And from the second part, again take x common. So x into 3x minus 1 is greater than equal to 0. Fine. Now here this is possible only when either x is negative or x minus 1 is positive, or when x is positive, x minus 1 is negative. So that's why we are having two cases. So x is less than 0, x minus 1 is greater than 0, or x is positive and x minus 1 is negative. Similarly for the second part, this is possible only when either both are negative or both are positive. So when both are positive, then x is greater than 0, 3x minus 1 is greater than 0, or when both are negative, when x is less than 0, 3x minus 1 is less than 0. Okay, now for the first part, this can be written as x is less than 0, x is greater than 1, or for the second part, this x is greater than 0 or x is less than 1, and third part, this x is greater than 0 or x is greater than 1 by 3, or fourth part, x is less than 0, x is less than 1 by 3. Now again, from the first part you can see this is the empty set. Second part gives you x is greater than 0, x is less than 1, so the range will be 0 to 1. Third part, when you take the intersection of this, so obviously x is greater than 1 by 3, or from the last part, x is less than 0. Now take the common part from the first part, first and second part, because OR is there, so the obviously the union of these two will be 0 less than x less than 1. Now from the third and fourth part, OR is there, so here the union will be x is, this says that x is greater than 1 by 3, this says that x is less than 0. But when you are taking the intersection of these two statements, so obviously the better option will be just take x is greater than 1 by 3 and less than 1. So this is the option. Okay, so now for the, here we are having x from 1 by 3 to 1. From the previous case, the range of x is 1 by 5 to 1 by 3. So in increasing manner, first range will be 1 by 5 to 1 by 3, and then from 1 by 3 to 1. So from 1 by 5 to 1 by 3, that means for this part, value of alpha is this 5x minus 1 by 2x. So that's why this is written here. Okay, now for this part, 1 by 3 to x is less than 1, the value of alpha will be this 1 by 2x minus 1 by 2. So this is written here, and elsewhere 0. When you draw this, so we are getting this triangular fuzzy number 1 by 5 to 1 by 3 to 1. Okay, now the last part, m divided by n. So m divided by n is nothing but m into n inverse, and we have already evaluated n inverse herein, so we will use this. So this is nothing but m alpha divided by n alpha, that means nothing but this is m alpha divided by 2 alpha plus 1 5 minus 2 alpha. This is nothing but m alpha multiplied by n inverse. N inverse is nothing but this quantity 1 by 1 5, this is the n inverse, 1 by 5 minus 2 alpha and 1 by 2 alpha plus 1. So this is here in written. So this is m alpha multiplied by n inverse. Now take the product, and since you know that for m alpha is basically this number which is here 0. So we can divide this m alpha into two parts. One is the positive part, another one is the negative part, and we have already used this in the product case. This is the product case. You remember in previous video we have taken this product and we have divided the range from 0 to half and half to 1. Similarly here, since we are using this division and m alpha is involved, so basically we have to divide the range from 0 to half and half to 1. For 0 to half, this number is a negative number. जैसे आप अल्फा की वैल्यू 0 पुट करेंगे, यहाँ -1 आएगा. जैसे आप अल्फा इक्वल टू हाफ पुट करेंगे तो 0 आएगा. दैट मीन्स फॉर दिस नंबर, फॉर दिस रेंज, this quantity will be a negative quantity. Okay, so now take the product. So we have to take the 4 possible combinations. 2 alpha minus 1 into this, 2 alpha minus 1 into this, 3 minus 2 alpha into this, and 3 minus 2 alpha into this. Among these 4 possible combination, for this choice of range, the minimum value will be this into this. Okay, so this will give you the minimum value. For example, if you don't understand why we are taking this, so let's see the case. For example, here suppose we are having -3 and 2 and then multiply by 2 and 3. Here we are taking -1 because here this will, for this choice of this will be a negative value. So among these, so -3 into 2, -3 into 2, comma, -3 into 3, -9, then 2 into 2 4, and 2 into 3 is 6. Among these four values, this will be minus 6, minus 9, 4 and 6. Among these you will see that the least value will be minus 9, and this is from minus 3 into 3. Similarly here, when you multiply this quantity with this, you will get the least value. Okay, so this is 2 alpha minus 1 divided by 1 by 2, 1 plus 2 alpha. Then largest value will be obviously right hand value will be right hand value. So 3 minus 2 alpha divided by 1 plus 2 alpha, because both are positive values for this choice of range. Now second half, 1 by 2 alpha to this, then for this choice of this will be a positive value, then this multiply by this will be give you the least value. So minus 1 plus 2 alpha divided by 5 minus 2 alpha, and largest value will occur again 3 minus 2 alpha into this, 3 minus 2 alpha divided by 1 plus 2 alpha. Okay, now again, now we will take this case and range will be this. So just put this is equal to x and find out alpha. So alpha will be half 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x, and this is valid only when x is not equal to 1, otherwise this will become 0, that means infinite. Okay, so now here for alpha is this range, here put alpha is equal to this value, so we get this. And now simplify this. So what we will do, we will do that 1 minus, जैसे हमने यहाँ x स्क्वायर से मल्टीप्लाई किया था, अब हम 1 minus x होल स्क्वायर से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. सो व्हेन यू मल्टीप्लाई हियर इन बाय 1 minus x होल स्क्वायर इंटू 2, तो 0 ही रहेगा. एंड देन 2 से कैंसिल, क्योंकि 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा. देन 1 minus x होल स्क्वायर से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, सो 1 plus x इंटू 1 minus x लेस देन इक्वल टू, यहाँ हम करेंगे 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, ये खत्म हो जाएगा. देन वी विल मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1 minus x होल स्क्वायर, सो 1 minus x, यानी पूरी इक्वेशन में पहले 2 से मल्टीप्लाई किया एंड देन 1 minus x होल स्क्वायर से. ओके, तो अगेन इसको दो हिस्सों में बांटेंगे, एक हिस्सा ये, एक हिस्सा ये. सो हियर this, so when you multiply this, 0 is less than 1 minus x whole square, this less than this 1 minus x whole square is less than equal to 1 minus x whole square. Now separate this in the two parts, one is this part and another one is this part. So this part is the left hand part. From here x square is less than 1, that means x will be minus 1 to 1. Now from the second half, this you can take, this can be written as 1 minus x into 1 plus x minus 1 minus x whole square less than equal to 0. You can take 1 minus x common, 1 minus x, so 1 plus x minus 1 minus plus x, so 1 is cancelled out with 1, so we get 2x into 1 minus x is less than equal to. This is only possible either when x is greater than 0 equal to 0, or 1 minus x is less than 0, or when x is negative and 1 minus x is positive. So from here we can take x is greater than equal to 0 and x is greater than equal to 1, or from here x is less than equal to 0 and x is less than equal to 1. Now when you take the union of these two statements, first we will take the intersection of these two, so obviously the intersection will be x is greater than equal to 1, or now take the intersection of these two statements, x is less than equal to 0. Okay, so we have this range and this. So among these two, when you take the intersection, because both are intersection, that means they are connected by and, so they take the intersection, so obviously the intersection will provide you the range minus 1 to x less than equal to 0. Okay, similarly for other calculation. Okay, so we will not do that, so you have to do yourself. The other calculations are like for this choice of this, and for this one you can take the range 0 to 1, because here and here both are same, so take alpha from 0 to 1. Similarly for this one you have to take the range alpha from half to 1. Okay, so after solving this we will get this mu m divided by n x is 1 plus x divided by 2 into 1 minus x from this range. This is basically this, this will is this, because here, yes, here I am writing this part, actually this part. Okay, so this part is written here and this range is this. Similarly for the another part we are getting 1 plus 5x divided by 2 into 1 plus x, range will be 0 to 1 by 3. Then 3 minus x divided by 2 into 1 plus x, range is from 1 by 3 to 3, and then 0 elsewhere. When you plot this, you will see that we are getting this type of number. Okay, so this is m divided by n. Okay, so this is basically the calculation, and this is the alpha cut technique. I think you understand, and I will send you assignment, and you do yourself, and if any problem will occur, then you can send me the message. I will reply accordingly. Okay, thank you. And in the next video we will discuss about the comparison of intervals. How we can say that particular interval is less than from the second interval, how we can compare two intervals, whether the intervals they are less than equal to or greater than equal to, so how we can see the comparison. So we will see this in the next video. Okay, thank you.